Welcome to the Film Room Podcast. My name is Derek James. I just got done watching the Portland Trail Blazers beat the brakes off of my Lakers. Okay? It was not a pretty sight. But that's all coming up next on the Film Room Podcast. Laker Nation, I am not going to hold you. The final score was 105-90. The final score does not indicate how bad we looked. Okay? We lost by 15, but we are down as much as like 36 something. It was bad. I'm going to just get right into it. Anthony Davis left the game early. He decided he had enough. Anthony Davis said, I am not going to be a part of this slaughter. I'm out. He left the game with a stomach illness after about 5 minutes or so in the first. He was not feeling well. So I'm going to get right into the box score. And I'm not going to dwell too much on the loss because a lot of our guys are out. I mean, what you expect? Did you expect Russell Westbrook to kind of lead this team into a victory? I somewhat did. I somewhat thought that at least Westbrook could kind of keep us in the game. He did not. He did not do that at all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the box score for the night. And I'm not going to go into all the individual stats like I normally do because that's how bad it looks. That's how bad it looks. Russell Westbrook played 29 minutes, scored 8 points. 29 minutes, scored 8 points. Avery Bradley played 22 minutes, scored 4 points. DJ played 20 minutes, scored 6 points. Kent Bazemore played 19 minutes, scored 4 points. And Anthony Davis played 7 minutes and scored 2 points. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. None of our starters even got into double digits on points. That is exactly why I'm not going to go into other stats. Because if the point section looks this bad, it was bad. Let's go into our bench. Carmelo Anthony played 26 minutes, had 12 points. Wayne Ellington played 24 minutes, had 8 points. Austin Reeves played 24 minutes, scored 10 points. Malik Monk played 21 minutes, scored 13 points. Dwight Howard played 14 minutes, scored 11 points. Rondo played 12 minutes, scored 2 points. And we brought in some of the guys we never seen before. Jay Huff. I can't even pronounce dude's name, Duwala Mbala, which played 8 minutes and scored 10 points. Listen, this was a bad game. And if y'all thought that losing to OKC was going to be all right, when everybody keep telling you they only won 2 times, and those 2 wins was versus us, that should tell you something. Once we start getting into these teams a little bit under 500 or over 500, it's going to be bad. If we don't have in LeBron James, it's going to be bad. Bring Anthony Davis, bring THT, bring Trevor Ariza, bring them all back. If we don't have LeBron James, it's going to be bad. Because as we've seen and as we know, Anthony Davis is not that guy. He will never be that guy. And no matter how much they talk about it, no matter how much they want it to be, it will never be. I'm just letting you know now. And that's not a knock on Anthony Davis. It's just some people have it and some people don't. Some people can lead a team and do everything, and some people can't. Those people are a rare select few. Those people are LeBron James, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard. I don't even know if I can say Kevin Durant yet. I can say Giannis. I can say Luka. I can say Trae Young. Because these are guys that James Harden, I can say James Harden. Because these are guys that have been able to take their team when it was their team to a nice playoff run without rarely any other superstar. James Harden did it in the Rockets for years. Luka Doncic has been doing it since he's been in the league. Steph Curry, I mean, you know his resume. Who else I say? Giannis, you know his resume. But I can't really say the same for Kevin Durant, only because Kevin Durant played with Russell Westbrook, James Harden when he was in OKC, when they made their run. Then he left. He went to the Warriors and played with Steph and Clay, a 73-9 team. It wasn't his team. So you can't really say that about Kevin Durant yet. Now he's with Brooklyn. And even in Brooklyn, he had Kyrie Irving and James Harden. LeBron James was out tonight. And I don't know how long he's going to be out, but I'm sure the training staff and all the coaching staff is right now begging LeBron to get off Twitter and get off Instagram and say, please come play some basketball. We'll do whatever. Because you know what happens when the king goes out? It's a microscope on everybody. It's a microscope on everybody. Because now we can start to nitpick and say, you know what? This isn't a good roster. This isn't a good coaching staff. And I don't know what the Lakers are going to do. Because once LeBron is out, you kind of see it for what it is. You know what I mean? LeBron James has made so many coaches look so much better than they are. And that's the only reason why we're talking about Frank Vogel. Because before the Lakers hired Frank Vogel, I don't even think he had a job. And I think it's rightfully so. And then he comes back and wins a championship with the Lakers, and everybody says, oh, Frank Vogel is a good coach. He was when he was with Indiana, but guess what? Indiana was never able to get past King James. You know why? Because defense ain't always going to win you a ball game. Whoever made up that phrase? Defense is what wins games. Whoever said that? They clearly didn't have Kyrie Irving, Durant, or James Harden to play against. Because they don't got to play no defense. They can just outscore you. So don't come to me telling me defense wins ball games. Guess what? So does offense. Stupid. Let's get into some nitty gritty. So I've been going back and forth with people on YouTube and people on Twitter about defense and offense for the past, I would say, 72 hours. And I keep preaching on how we need offense. And everybody wants to debate me and say our defense. Frank Vogel Jr.'s out there. A lot of Frank Vogel Jr.'s. Minions. What they think? Have you ever played basketball before? You know how easy defense is. Defense is the easiest part of basketball. You know why defense is easy? Because all it takes is effort and moving your feet side to side. Defense is easy. If you tell me that that's not easy, go look at Patrick Beverley. Do you think Patrick Beverley plays good defense? Or does he just have a lot of effort on whoever he's guarding? Go watch Patrick Beverley. Defense takes effort. Defense takes will. It's not a skill. Offense is skill. If you know basketball, then you know that to be true. Offense is a skill. Defense is will. So if you show effort on defense, then you're going to be a good defender. But when offense is so skillful and coached by a great coach with an offensive scheme that they've run almost perfectly, then it don't matter about defense. Yes, defense can help win a ball game, but defense is not all that wins a ball game, just like offense isn't. But when I look at my Lakers play and I hear all these people talking about, oh, we need defense, well, guess what? It's not defense. Do you think all the people on this Lakers team, all these players, can't play defense? Come on, man. Don't be naive. That's effort. All these players on the Lakers are not showing effort on defense. There's a difference. Just like they don't show effort on offense that much. Why you think we take so many jump shots? Why you think there's so many jump shots? Look at the games. Watch them for yourself. Look at actually what's going on. Take your emotions out of it. Once you know we've lost a game or we've won a game, and go back and watch it without those emotions. And then you will see. It is effort. The reason why Anthony Davis shoots that jump shot most of the time. Because he just doesn't want to drive. He doesn't want to put forth the effort to make a play. He would rather shoot. Because it's one of the easiest things you can do. Is just shoot the ball. Anybody can pull up and shoot in the NBA like that. Anybody can. It don't take no effort, no skill to just shoot a ball. You know what I'm saying? That's why we've been bricking every night. That's why we've been airballing shots almost every game. You know what I mean? But it takes effort and skill to want to get to the paint. It takes effort and skill to lose your man. Put the ball down. Put your head down and get to the paint. Kick the ball out. Move the ball side to side until you get the best possible shot. But that is not what the Lakers have been doing. So anybody telling you that we need defense is not reading these games right. Because it's definitely offense. Defense will come. But these players bricking night for night, will that change? People learning defensive schemes. We got a brand new team. Laker Nation, we have a brand new team. All of our players who knows Vogel's setup, knows his schemes, are either out or gone. So all of these players are new, trying to learn a new scheme, offensively and defensively. But you know what? How many schemes can you run for defense versus offense? Tell me that. Do you think when teams have practices, do you think they practice more on the offensive schemes or the defensive schemes? Tell me that. Because defense is a will thing. You have to will yourself to want to play good defense. Shuffle your feet. Hold your arms out. Get deflections as much as you can. Keep your hands in the passing lane. And show effort. Don't give up. It's a will thing. It doesn't take any skill to play defense. I mean, what are these guys thinking? Huh? You thinking that all these NBA players out here, they just can't play defense. Right? You think they can't be taught or coached to play defense. That is why y'all are harping on defense so much. Oh, we have no defense. We have no defense. The defense is terrible. Yes, our defense is terrible. But it's an effort thing. If you watch the effort, you'll know why our defense is terrible. Because there's no effort behind it. doesn't mean that we're not playing good defense. We're not showing any effort on defense. There's a difference. These guys are defending the best they can with little to no effort. That's what it is. And I understand that most fans would just chalk it up as saying, oh, our defense is bad, or we need defense, we need defense. They may not be thinking as acute as effort. But when I hear that, I hear our defense is fine. Our defense will be fine. Because once players learn where to be, how to be, and once the general is on the floor, that won't be an issue. Because our defense is not bad, ladies and gentlemen. Our defense and us focusing on defense is what is going to keep us scoring only 60, 70 points a game. We barely got to 90 tonight. And that's only because we brought in all of our bench players with like 6 or 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And so did the Portland Trail Blazers. I don't want to hear y'all talking about defense no more. Bunch of Frank Vogel Jr.'s out there. Give me some offense over defense any day. Give me some better offense. Give me some better offensive schemes to get our shooters some good shots, to know where their spots are. Give me some of those. Give me some more picks. Give me some more movement. Give me some more rotations. Give me some more misdirections. Give me some more of that. Where is that at? Commentator hit it right on the head tonight. He said, you know what? The Lakers are the most, I don't think he said this, but I'm going to say it. But pretty much what he was saying was that our offense is so easily to guard because it's nothing to it. It is so easy to understand what the Lakers are going to do on offense. And that, Laker Nation, is why we have been struggling for so long. Is because we got Frank Vogel that is so hung up on defense that we have no offensive minds. Why do you think Malik Monk is starting out this slow? Why do you think Carmelo Anthony is flourishing with the Lakers? Why? I'll tell you why. Because Carmelo Anthony doesn't have to do much. He can just stand there and shoot your eyes out. And most of the time they've been going in. Right? That's what happens when he's at home. I've been saying this. When he's at Staples Center with that much love, you have no choice but to play that good. That's why he has been terrific at home. And then you see him on the road and you realize, oh, okay, that's the Carmelo Anthony I've been watching in Portland all of these 2 years. That's the Carmelo Anthony we've seen in Portland. Because once he's away from that love and that all that he gets in Staples Center, he's back to the same Melo we seen in Portland. If y'all ever seen Melo play in Portland. But when he's at home, Melo's a different animal. Because it's contagious. And anybody that's watching this video can attest to it. It's just a different feeling. Carmelo Anthony is going to play terrific at home. Not every night, but almost every night. But away from home, he is going to play average. He may have 1 or 2 breakout games on the road. But other than that, he's going to be average. The issue that the Lakers have is with effort, Frank Vogel, in our offensive schemes. Like I said, Anthony Davis had a post-game interview and said something about, oh, we have an all-new offensive playbook. And I said, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. My prayers have been answered. And then I watched these first 9 games. And I'm like, Vogel, is that the best you can come up with? These plays? There's no misdirection. There's no sense of urgency. You thought just because we picked up Russell Westbrook that we was going to rebound and run, huh? You thought just because we got Russell Westbrook and how fast and explosive he is, and with Anthony Davis and all his talent, that you wouldn't have to coach much, huh? Oh, fooled you. LeBron James is out. The person who's been saving your career. Oh, Anthony Davis is out. What you gonna do, Vogel? Are you gonna coach? Are you gonna coach these players to a win without Anthony Davis? Without LeBron James? With just Russell Westbrook in our cast? Can you do it? Can you sneak 2 wins out? Let me know, Laker Nation, what y'all think. Y'all think Vogel can coach a game without Anthony Davis and LeBron saving him to get a win or 2? I will wait to see it. I won't hold my breath because I die. I won't hold my breath because I die. A lot of people have been on Twitter saying it. I've been saying it since we won the championship. Vogel is a terrible coach. I can't say terrible. He's not a terrible coach. He is better than Luke Walton. Let's say that. I don't know if that's saying much, but he is better than Luke Walton. But guess what? Luke Walton is over there in Sacktown running things. Sacktown look good. When you try to make offensive players defensive players, you change their whole structure. When you have offensive players and you tell them to focus mainly on defense, and if you don't play no defense, you won't have any playing time, it changes things. Y'all don't think that's been happening? Y'all don't think that that's why Malik Monk has been sidelined? And why his confidence has dropped and now he's bricking almost every shot? You don't think that's something that... Come on, man. Put the pieces together. Vogel is not good for us. He's been saved by LeBron James and Anthony Davis for quite some time. Because without Anthony Davis and LeBron James, you will not see this team beat any other team. We have lost to OKC twice in the same week. They only have 2 wins this season, and it's versus us. Granted, it was without LeBron James, but it's still, we have Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis. And you mean to tell me that Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook cannot beat SGA in an OKC young team by themselves? That's crazy. That's coaching. That's coaching. Because there has been far too many coaches that I've seen coach some of these teams into victories. You know what he's saying? Oh, we need defense. And so our offense goes flat. Then you see the last game, we didn't score for 5 minutes. It's offense. Frank Vogel Jr., we need offense. We need somebody that's going to go in there and make plays for others when LeBron James is out. It's been crazy. Anthony Davis goes out in the first quarter with a stomach illness. You don't take some Pepto-Bismol and get back in the game? What are you doing? If you don't get him some Pepto and get his tall, lanky ass back in the game, we got a game to win here. Huh? What are you doing? I didn't even see Vogel tonight. Maybe Vogel had a stomach illness too. I think anybody looking at the Lakers should be looking at Coach Vogel and what he's doing with this monster of a crew. We clearly have one of the best lineups in NBA. And if we clearly have one of the best lineups and best teams in the NBA, how does he have them out there playing like this? You ever ask yourself that? Because he is focused on defense. Keep telling me how defense win games. Because we lost quite a few with a defensive-minded coach. I'm dropping gems out here. Y'all better listen. Listen to me well. While we are learning our defensive schemes and learning where to be and how to be on defense, as long as we outscore teams, guess what? We will be right there in the ball game. But when you don't have great offensive schemes and offensive plays for your guys, and you think your guys are just going to save you, that is what's happening, and that is what we are seeing. We are seeing a defensive-minded coach with no offensive mind at all think the defense is going to win games. When these teams are out, they're out here scoring 150 a night, 115 a night. This is the new NBA. They go on runs. And if you can't sustain runs, listen, we all know that a lot of the players are not defensive minded. So why try to make them be? You're going to be trying all season long to make Russell Westbrook a defensive player. And guess what? At the end of the day, he is not going to be. Okay? Let's just call a spade a spade. At the end of the day, Carmelo Anthony is not going to be a great defensive player like you want him to be. Let's just call a spade a spade. This is bad. And now we look back on Markieff Morris and your Kyle Kuzmas and you wonder, I wonder if they just had a better coach. Look at Kyle Kuzma. Take Kyle Kuzma, for instance. Throughout his career, he has been coached by Luke Walton and Vogel. Kyle Kuzma ain't have a chance, bro. He ain't have a chance. You know why it's fun having young guys? Because you can mold them. You can mold them what you want them to be as a coach. Have you ever played junior high ball, high school ball, college ball? Have you ever had a coach try to coach you the wrong things to do just to fit into what he wants you to do? They know how they want you to play in their system. All I know is the years that LeBron James has been dominantly the point guard, when he's been the majority on point guard, we have had a great season. But when you try to bring in Dennis Schroeder, who all but holds you hostage to start point guard and does a terrible job at it, and then you bring in Russell Westbrook, I don't know why we can't just have a regular point guard. Why didn't we go for Patty Mills? You know what I'm saying? Let LeBron run point. Bring in Patty Mills off the bench. You go get you a Buddy Heed, whatever his name is, from Sacktown. Why don't you go after Ben Simmons? Oh, I guess you let all the people say that just because he don't shoot the ball, he's a bad basketball player, huh? But he's got some of the best defense in the NBA. Come on, Vogel. You ain't got no pull over there in your franchise. Ben Simmons has been arguably the best defensive player for a very long time now. And you didn't go after him. You didn't put your name in the pot to get Ben Simmons. They went after Brody, somebody who they know don't play no defense. But let's try to get somebody who has not played defense for the better half of his career into a defensive structure and see what happens. Brody gonna do what he want to do. He ain't gonna play defense. He's gonna leave his man to try and get that rebound. because that's what he's been programmed to do. Not ever once will you see Brody like, oh, that was a good defense. Not ever once, man. I will listen. I don't know what I'll give y'all. But anytime there's a Lakers game and I hear somebody say, oh, did you see that defense that Brody did on that? Oh, man, that'll be the day. That'll be the day when there's a highlight of Russell Westbrook. That'll be the day where I see a highlight of Brody on a defensive play. You know what I'm saying? That's who we got in our lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime you have your starters and none of them score over double-digit points, there's some changes that need to be made. And I'm not just talking about with the lineups. I'm talking about top to bottom. This thing needs to be dissected. But I'm not going to go on and on and on and on about it. It's one game. Our stars were out. We lost. We got the Hornets on Monday. We're going to get waxed by the Hornets, yo. Oh, my God. By the Hornets? And you would have thought coming into this season that the Lakers would be the favorite to win almost every night. Fooled you. Hey, listen, man. Y'all been a beautiful crowd. I've been a beautiful host. My name is Derek James. Stop with all this defensive talk, man. Y'all killing me. And I'm out this bit.